L'accord de Paris pour le climat est accepté.
A deal described as a turning point, almost 200 countries reaching an agreement on tackling climate change. It has taken much compromise and political will at the highest level.
The targets we've set are bold, and by empowering businesses, scientists, engineers, workers, and the private sector, investors, to work together, this agreement represents the best chance we've had to save the one planet that we've got.
So what is in the agreement? There's a target to keep the increase in average global temperatures well below 2 degrees Celsius. And countries will pursue efforts to keep it to 1.5 degrees. There's to be a review of progress every 5 years so commitments can be made tougher. The long-term aim for greenhouse gases is that emissions should peak as soon as possible and then be cut rapidly to a point where no more are emitted than nature can soak up. And the agreement says there should be the equivalent of £65 billion a year to help poorer countries as they adapt to climate change and get clean technology. That's less than some wanted. For this deal to work, there will have to be a fundamental shift away from fossil fuels, which would involve a big change in how energy is produced. Here, the government said last month it would shut Britain's remaining coal-fired power stations by 2025, meaning more gas plants. At the same time, it has been criticised for cutting subsidies for renewable energy. Some say the Paris deal contains too little that is legally binding. That includes the pledges individual countries have made on how they will cut their emissions. But the Energy Secretary Amber Rudd, who was part of the negotiations, defended the process.
What do you want? Some sort of gunboat diplomacy? What we've got is the political will here. The countries have agreed to do this. They have to come forward with the proposals. And what you saw at the conference over the past few weeks was the support from civil society, from NGOs, and critically from businesses who are going to help to pay for this.
All the pledges that countries have made so far won't reach the targets the agreement sets out, and that will mean more tough negotiations ahead. Daniel Bircher, BBC News.